This is an instructional video on how to use the podcast and lecture sections at PhysioScholar.co.nz. All these are available under the area of interest on the left-hand side of the toolbar. So scroll down here, say we were to look at the lower limb podcasts. So we click on lower limb, scroll down to podcasts, which open then all the lower limb podcasts. So we can see some of them here. Some of them have been provided by BJSM, some of them from our very own Pete McNair, and also then others from PhysioEdge. So say we look at this one here, which is a podcast on the biomechanics of running. There's an abstract here on what the podcast will talk about. In this situation, you can download the PDF. You would click here to open the podcast. So you see there an example of how you would then listen to the podcasts. You could then go back to this page here, open your notes, type your information in here, and then write your reflective statements, save your hours, and push save. And that will all save through then to your audit table. If you wanted to scroll back up and say look for a lecture, let's look here, area of interest. Let's choose a spinal lecture. So once again, all these features will open on the spinal base page. You would scroll down, push spine, and scroll to lectures. So if you click on the lectures, then all the lectures that are available on spinal issues are available on this page. So say we were to scroll down and look, here we are. There's a new lecture here from the diagnosis and treatments of SIJ. These lectures are often presentations made by people at conferences, and this one is looking at the diagnosis and treatment of sacroiliac joint pain. So before we push play, why don't we drag our notes section, put it up here, and so while we are listening to the lecture, we can then type in here. So all this is available through your PhysioScholar login. You can then scroll down, fill in your reflective statement, fill in your hours, and that also will save through to your logbook. So this then has been an instructional video on the podcast and lecture section of PhysioScholar.co.nz.